What's up, everyone? So I decided, just for the heck of it, you know what? Let's speedrun Waluigi's Taco Stand 64. I'm really surprised at how many people have seen the video, so I thought, you know what the heck? Let's go a little bit further. Let's try something a little bit different. So the way that I kind of put this together was, as you can see, my splits on the bottom right was I separated everything into 4 courses because, well, that's how many courses there are. So to start the run, really all you can do is like a long jump. I guess maybe you could also include a dive, but that would barely save any time. So really the hardest part of this whole run was just memorizing all of the ingredients, and there was actually some points where I did forget them, but I was just kind of having muscle memory, so I was able to do what I wanted. So the first ingredient here is the cheese and the beef, which bacon and beef, that doesn't really make sense because, whatever. Anyway, that's the first part of the run. Actually, that run is, that beginning is kind of RNG based, so it's kind of random because you never know where that Goomba's going to be. So the next one is lettuce and beef, and I had trouble trying to figure out, should I get the lettuce first or the beef first, and you'll see why. I decided to go for the lettuce first because I was already on the ground, and I figured, well, what the heck, I might as well just grab that first. I did quite a few runs getting either the beef or the lettuce first. That was also horrible RNG. The Goomba was way out there. Really wasn't much I could do about that. But yeah, outside of that, I think my course 1 was pretty decent from what I can remember. And then this next one was definitely a little bit harder. This is lettuce, tomato, and mushroom. There's really only one challenging jump, and from what I can remember, I did a decent job with this, except for that. That was a really stupid mistake. I lost, like, probably a second just from that. But yeah, basically, you just get the lettuce first, then you get the tomato. Then you gotta do this triple jump off of this cube. And I was able to land on it. There's been a lot of times where I'd bonk and actually not hit it. But as you can see, that dumb bonk lost me a lot of time. So this is where things start to get a little more complicated. And I was definitely having troubles practicing, because the first thing you get is the fish. And this fish is so stupid. The hitbox is tiny on this thing. If you aren't directly in the middle, you will not touch the fish and you can lose so much time. I think I saved a lot of time on this split because my best time before that, I missed the fish once and lost like 10 seconds just missing the fish. But thankfully you only have to get it twice, so it's really not that bad. And then this next one is just killing a Goomba, getting a coconut. Pretty simple. So there's a couple times where I would actually jump kick the Goomba, but that's actually a little bit slower because the beef's in the air, and then it's harder to grab the beef, so it's better to just try to, after you do the dive, just try to like land on it or dive through it or whatever. And then this next one is garlic. Now this one is it's not really that technical. I found that just running around to the other side and then just doing a wall jump up was faster. Another thing you'll notice that I'll do is I change the camera. Now, you might be wondering, why the heck would I do that? Well, pretty simple. The next one is cheese and beef. So basically, I have to go to this cheese hole, and when I change the camera, it'll automatically point me in the direction of where the cheese is going to be. And now, getting this guy, you'd think it'd be hard, but honestly, you just kind of stand there, and then you just get the Goomba up here. So relatively simple star, but if you don't change the camera, then turning around can actually be, I think, a little bit slower and definitely a lot harder too. So that's the main reason why I do the camera change, even though I prefer the other camera. I just think it's a lot smoother. So now for the last one, we basically just have to get one of everything. So instead of getting the Goomba up there, I get the fish next, and then the Goomba and the coconut, kind of like our second order in this course, just because, they're kind of clumped together. That was also really slow. I don't know why I slipped on that hill. That was kind of dumb. And yeah, as you can see, jumping for that definitely takes a little bit longer. So what I should have done was just dove through it. I don't remember if I messed up here. Yeah, I didn't want to actually ledge grab. That was kind of slow. But after that, I still ended up saving a lot of time because I got the fish on my first try, which is really nice. That's basically the hardest part. Now, course 3, the hardest part about this segment was just memorizing everything. I think I ended up forgetting like the second and third order, so I had to actually read it. The first one's pretty simple. You just get the cheese. Now, there's going to be some parts... There's actually like 2 ways to climb up the mountain, and I'm going to be taking what I guess is the slower way, but it's also not slower depending on the ingredients. So as you can see, there's lettuce and tomato in the field. So since I don't need to get cactus, I don't need to go that other route where the wigglers are. That they're not called wigglers. Never mind. I didn't actually say that. Okay. All right. So anyway, that was the first order, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be at this next screen. I just kind of forgot. So just me being dumb, not practicing enough. I did actually practice for a while. I did, I don't know, maybe like an hour of runs, really trying to just optimize everything. So you'll notice that I grabbed the wing cap. This is mostly because I was having a lot of trouble past this one part. So what you'll see is that I'm going to be using the triple jump fly just to get a bunch of extra height. So even though I lose a little bit of time, what am I trying to say? Lose a little bit of time grabbing the wing cap, it still saved me time because if you mess up these block jumps, you lose so much time from that. So I found that's pretty quick, and then just doing a quick ground pound, and you're basically good. So I'm pretty sure I have to do that every other time this run except for the last guy. I know the last Goomba is really, really basic. It's basically the same as the first order. It's really, really similar. But yeah, basically I'll be grabbing this again instead of going for the piranha. I'll just grab the cheese right away. I guess, you know, what kind of surprises me is I'm surprised that the cheese is, like, already just sitting out there. Like, I thought that I'd be having to deal with the little rat guy. I can't remember his name. I don't know what his name is, but yeah, I actually messed up the jump there. But I did kind of recover landing on the second block. But yeah, I thought we'd be dealing with the mouse guy for the rest of the game, but I guess not. Also, Kay's cactus. Can I just ask what is with the cactus? Did someone in your chat suggest that to be food when you were streaming making this game? I feel like that's what it was. But anyway, this is the chicken one, so we're actually going to be getting the bird in the sky to start. So the bird in the sky can actually be incredibly annoying. It's not so much hitting him that's the problem, but it's where you hit him. So basically what's going to happen is, you know, he just kind of like flies around in a circle. Also, that was a huge mistake. I lost probably, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds from that. But I did make up time pretty quickly after that. Also, I changed the camera. So depending on where he flies, the chicken can land either on the ground or in the water. If it lands in the water, which it didn't this time, it takes so much longer. And it's really, really hard to tell exactly like where the chicken's gonna land when you hit him, just because he's so high up, so you can't really aim. And even if you could try to time, like, when to hit him, it's still kind of hard because you can't, like, slow down when you're in the wing cap. You just kind of go. So, like, I feel like this probably could be optimized a little bit better if people found a cycle for the bird, like exact spots you could hit him so it doesn't land in the water. So this one is basically the same as what we just did, except this guy wants beef on top of chicken. I guess this guy really likes his beef. He's got the meats. Hashtag Arby's sponsor me. I freaking love Arby's. Like, come on. Arby's is great. It's so underrated. And they have the best Twitter account ever. But yeah, as you're going to see, I hit him a lot earlier than before, but he lands in the water. Now, thankfully, I landed in the water, so I didn't have to waste time, you know, getting hit in the ground. But that was my split for course 3, and I saved... Oh, wait, for a second, I thought I was breaking I thought I was splitting right there. I always forget about this Goomba. But yeah, I do end up saving a lot of time, as you'll see. So for this one, I don't need the wing cap because I don't need to get a cactus. So I made a pretty big mistake here. This was completely my fault. I probably could have saved like 5 seconds if I didn't go for that lettuce. Because there's a much faster lettuce that I should have gone for, and I didn't realize it until like 10 seconds afterwards. So I guess if I did want to redo this, then that's definitely a big thing that I would fix. Because as you can see, it would have made more sense for me, to just grab lettuce and tomato both in the same spot. But I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I had decent Goomba RNG, he was kind of close to me, and I still saved a lot of time anyway. So for the final course, this one is pretty quick. I think I don't know if it's faster than the first course or not. But this one's really funny to do because you'd think, oh, I gotta use Dory to get across, but since you don't take damage in this game, you can just lava boost the entire way. So I kind of messed up my camera here, but what I was trying to do was land right on top, so I didn't have to waste time climbing the volcano, because you have to get one of those sauces. Then I also tried to use the hill of the volcano to get a little bit of extra speed. I try to do it for all the volcanoes, but it's really, really hard to do that. You're also going to notice I spent a lot of time waiting for that eye, to collect that eye, like an extra second before it spawned, or after it spawned, I mean. That's because there is a lot of times I would do the run where I would where I thought I'm grabbing the eye, but like I wasn't able to hit it for some reason. So that's why I took the extra time to just kind of wait. So I didn't end up getting the extra speed from the volcano at that point. But I did get the meat here, so now we're just going to need 2 more ingredients, which is, of course, the scuttlebug. You get spider legs from him, and then we'll also be talking to a bully. So this part, I actually could have probably optimized a little bit better. Landing in the lava right there was actually a pretty big mistake, so I wasn't able to get a long jump, so therefore I had to spend more time on the lava. So there, I was trying to gain a little extra speed. I think that was maybe like a touch faster than just bouncing the whole way through lava. And then here, it was pretty decent. I'm kind of mad that the bully didn't die a hit earlier, but whatever. I was able to land on lava after grabbing it. And then that is pretty much the run. So a lot of this game is just like, you know, waiting for cutscenes to happen. There's not a lot of gameplay. So it's really, really hard to, like, improve your time. And I ended up getting a 1042. I think if I kept trying, I could get a 1020. But with that, this was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.